Ladies, welcome to the Feminine Mystery. My name is Azalea Dawn, and on my channel I talk about leveling up femininity, elegance, and everything you need to attract the right masculine provider for you. So if any of that sounds right for you, then please leave a like below and check out the rest of the videos on my channel and subscribe if you like it. Today's topic is all about feminine confidence, getting into your best self so that you can become more desirable, more alluring, and so that you can ultimately create a state of mind, a presence, a personal presence about you that makes men want to approach you. They want to come up to you and get to know what you're about. Confidence is so much of our appeal that it's really something that deserved its own video, in my opinion. So I put together some tips on how you can start to feel more confident in a more feminine way in your everyday life, especially in regards to how you carry yourself, what's on your mind when you're out and about, interfacing with other people, etc., etc. So without further ado, let's get into it. So my first tip here is to know what you have to offer. And this is huge. It sounds very simple, but it's definitely something to chew on in your own mind. A lot of women, they just kind of, walk around the world at large, and they are just kind of meandering. They're going here, they're going there. They don't really have any sense of purpose or any sense of their own value. And they're just kind of, bumping into men and kind of settling down, getting it on, all the good things. And you don't want to operate like that. You want to have a good idea of what your value is, right? What you have to offer. Why would somebody want to be with you, right? And you don't want to see it as arrogance. You need to see it as real and practical, because at the end of the day, when people have a lot of options, they're going to pick among those things. And what you want to be providing in light of that is value, right? You want to have some idea of why somebody would pick you over somebody else. You want to acknowledge the fact that there is a lot of competition out there, and think about how it is that you're beating the competition. Are you young? Are you youthful? Are you slim? Do you have a beautiful figure? Do you have, a very pretty face? Do you have, everybody has a great personality, but is there something going on with you and your personal brand that would really appeal to a certain type of person? Are you very positive and upbeat, or maybe you're more of an intellectual? I'll have a video on feminine personal brands that really appeal to affluent men coming out soon, probably a series, because I think that that's one of the biggest things that is a big factor in attraction that we don't really talk enough about. But you want to start to get an understanding of what it is that you have going on for you that is unique and valuable and that somebody else would want. So that's the first thing that I would encourage you to do, is list out all of your best attributes, your strengths, your personal things that are a value skew, right, to you as a person. Why would somebody want to be with you rather than anybody else? Now, my second tip here is to hold your needs above all other things. Now, this is something that's going to set you apart from the vast majority of women on the planet, believe it or not. When you operate holding your own needs first, you are going to stand out among, the top 1% of women. Women around the world, across many different cultures, are really indoctrinated into this idea that you need to be self-sacrificing, that you have to put everybody else's needs before your own needs, so that you are the person who gets the last of whatever is left over. Let's say you had a mother as, a mother who raised you as a child, and she would, cook family meals. Think about it. Is she the kind of person who would serve herself last, right? Everybody comes to the table and she's serving and fixing different people's plates, and she fixes her own plate last, right? What kind of impact does that have on you psychologically as a woman? And think about that from a cultural perspective, from a global perspective. When you are somebody who is putting yourself last, other people are going to see that and they're going to notice that. And that will, in their minds, probably come off as very normal. But when you're a woman who puts her own needs first, right, when nobody comes before you, people will pay attention to that. And it's going to make it seem as if there is something legitimately about you that is special, for lack of a better word. There's a reason that you are in the world expecting the things that you do. There must be some reason that you think that you are genuinely more important than other people, for lack of a better word. Now, everybody is equal. I don't want this to go, like a little bit too far. But as far as like how you treat yourself, you have to start to treat yourself like you are the most important person in your own life, because other people are going to treat you how you treat you. So you really want to start to model the kind of behavior that you want other people to sort of be mirroring back to you at all times. My third tip for you is to treat yourself as if you deserve the world. So very similar to my second bit of advice here, you want to treat yourself as if you genuinely deserve everything, right? Spare no expense on yourself. Anything that is an investment in you and your well-being, that needs to be something that you wholeheartedly embrace. If that means that you placed yourself and your own well-being above your job, that's a big one for women, because a lot of the times as a female employee, you want to do really well, you feel like you have a point to prove, you want to do really a good work at your job, and it's a big part of your identity. But it's important to reshift in your mind, right, that you are the priority. You deserve your time. You deserve the most of your energy, right? So if that means that you're going to go to Pilates in the morning and come in a little bit later to work, that's what you do. When you treat yourself as if you deserve the world, you are constantly pampering yourself. You're constantly treating yourself well. And other people see how you treat yourself. They see you taking time to take care of your body, to take care of your skin, take care of your hair, nails, your physical body. They see you taking time out and, putting resources into your mental well-being and your emotional well-being. You're meditating, you're going to therapy, you're taking, whatever sort of classes that are in your area that you that appeal to you in terms of mastering your emotions, mastering how it is that you feel. Because you are the person, you are the number one and top priority. You are the longest relationship that you are ever going to have in your life. The relationship that you have with yourself is going to be the one that endures from birth to death. So you really have to treat yourself as if you deserve everything and spare no expense, spare no difficulty on you. If you can give yourself something, then give it to yourself. Even if that means, splurging, indulging, as Coco Chanel said, this is going to be like a loose quote, but luxury is the necessity that begins as soon as all other necessities end. As long as you are able to provide for yourself, the basics of what you need, luxury, pampering, all of that stuff is your next priority. Finally, ladies, you want to start to make a practice of listening to others more than you speak about yourself. Now, if you're enjoying all of these tips, then please check out the rest of the videos on my channel. I talk about femininity, elegance, leveling up, and attracting an affluent masculine provider. So if any of that content appeals to you, my channel is the place to be. Please check out the rest of it. But this tip in particular really stands out and resonates, because when we think about, how much it is that we speak to other people, we're probably saying more than it is that we need to, right? When you are somebody who is very confident, when you're very self-assured, you don't feel the need to convince other people of your value. And that takes a lot of what it is that we say, it just makes it kind of useless. Like, we don't have to talk about the fact that we drive a Mercedes, or that we, get our hair done like once a week because we're worth it. People see. People see with their eyes how you treat yourself. People see how you carry yourself. People see that inner confidence within you, and they see how you live more than anything else, right? They see the way that you behave, and therefore you don't have to talk about it. Action is more important than any series of words you can ever give, and therefore you can afford to be a little more silent. In addition, when you are a very high value person in general, male or female, you really spend much more time evaluating other people because you have stuff to lose, right? You have a really good situation, and therefore you don't want just anybody being a part of that situation. And therefore it's really important to listen to people, to vet them, to understand what they're about and what their energy is like. And the best way to do that is by listening to them, listening when they speak, hearing them, and deeply processing what they're saying to you, so that you can think about that later when you're having a moment of solitude attitude. Think about how you felt with that person, how they treat themselves, how they would treat you in a relationship going forward, because that's going to empower you to, again, just keep on treating yourself well, and it's going to build and compound as far as your everyday confidence. Now, ladies, that's going to be it for me in this video. If you've enjoyed it, then please leave a like below and consider subscribing to my channel. This has been The Feminine Mystery, and I'll see you again next week.